Hello everyone and welcome to Flower Friday. My name's Amanda.
I'm Sherry.
And we are the mother-daughter designers at Grace Monroe Home, where we help you transform the ordinary home into an extraordinary home.
That is exactly right. And today we're going to be making a fun fall wreath. So y'all come in and get comfortable and let's get started.
Yeah. Hello everyone. Thank y'all so much for joining us today.
Hope you all are doing well.
So, I am so happy we have some cooler fall weather, fall-ish weather.
Yes, fall-ish. Yeah, the last couple of days have kind of felt like fall.
Yeah, a little bit, but now we are in Alabama, so it will get hot again. So let us know where you're watching us from, what the weather's like in your neck of the woods, and just say hi when you hop on. Hey Barbara, welcome. Hey Janice.
I hope you all are doing well.
So we're going to be making a fall wreath today.
Yes.
And I'm going to show you what we're working with. First, we have a 14-inch grapevine wreath base that we're going to be using today.
Yes.
We have some fall pumpkins from the Dollar Tree.
Yes.
You can find them anywhere though. Michael's, Hobby Lobby, anywhere you can get just some little pumpkins. We've got some fall greenery picks that we're going to be using. And some hydrangeas.
Pretty hydrangeas. I love hydrangeas. And this color is so pretty, I think.
And of course, we've got to have something just that pops. So we've got some pretty sunflowers that we're going to be using today. Hello everyone. So welcome. So I'm going to go ahead and make our bow. So we are making a loopy bow today. This is going to be a 10 loop bow. Now I am, and y'all look at our new pink mats that we got. Aren't these pretty?
Oh, I just love these.
These are perfect. We love pink, so they match. And see,
I've already got them dirty from working on them.
These are the green, older silicone mats, and then we have the pink, and these are by Surebonder.
Yes, and these are pretty cool because they even have the tape measure across it, so you don't have to have two different things. You can just measure things right here. So it's kind of cool.
And since I don't really normally measure, I probably won't use those a whole lot. But
no,
if I do
but
need to,
if you needed to, there they go.
I'm just going to go ahead and eyeball it though. These are going to be about 36-inch total, so about 36 inches here for the tail. Now this is 1.5-inch wired ribbon from Hobby Lobby, but any ribbon will work. You just want to make sure it's wired. I've had a lot of people ask me that lately. You do definitely want to make sure you're using wired ribbon for your wreath bows.
Yes.
Now I am using a Bodabra bow maker to make this one. And I've got 26 gauge floral wire, so I'm just going to cut a nice long piece here. And I'm going to double it over, so I've got my two open ends, and then I've got a loop on one side. So I'm going to put that right down into my Bodabra, just like that. And then I'm going to put down my tail. And like I said, this is going to be a 10 loop bow. These are going to be 5-inch loops, so we're going to make these just a little bit smaller, than we normally do. Now if you wanted to hand tie this bow, you definitely could do that. This ribbon is actually the same on both sides, so you don't even have to twist it. So it's a very, very simple bow to make. You just make your loop, put it down into the Bodabra just like that. Make another loop, and I just use the one in front of it to make sure that they are even. If you did want to really measure it out, you definitely could. I'm just too lazy for that, I guess.
Well, and you know, when you've made 100,000 of these, you pretty much know about what size they are.
Okay, so I got 10 loops there, and they don't have to be perfect, so that's what's good too.
Yeah.
Now these are all the same size. We're not gonna make different size loops for this one.
No,
so I'm just going to pull it up out of my Bodabra just like that. I'm going to keep a finger right there in the middle and then pull my ends right through the loop and kind of wiggle back and forth like that. And then I open them up and I pull them around the back. Hey Luann, welcome. We're so glad to have y'all here with us today. If you are watching us live, just type live in the comments. If you're watching us on replay, be sure to type replay in the comments, please. And you'll share this with your friends. So this is what it looks like when you take it out of the Bodabra. Now you have to fluff it, and so you just pull one of your loops one way and one another all the way.
Yeah, these are easy to fluff because you just have the one ribbon. So
yeah,
these are
this is really
easy.
simple. And you could hand tie this if you wanted to, if you don't have a Bodabra. All right, so we're going to fluff that out better in a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and attach it onto my wreath.
Yeah, about 10 o'clock, I think.
And this is a loopy bow. We leave them all the same size, and you'll see why. Let's see. And now when I do this with the grapevine, I like to, because these aren't exactly even, these grapevines, sometimes one side will be thicker than the other. So I just kind of move it around and see what I want my top and bottom to be. This side is a little bit thinner, so this is where I'm actually going to put my bow. And like she said, we're going to put it at about 10 o'clock.
Yeah, and you can, if you work on a with an easel, you can just kind of drop them, and that way you'll see how they're going to fall.
Yeah, so
I do that with every single wreath I make. I make sure to see how it falls.
And I just twist it right around the base, just like that. And like I said, we'll fluff it better a little bit later. But we just want to get it in its position right now.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to come around here and I'll let you start.
Oh, alrighty. Well, what I am going to do is I am going to, I've got some fern, and I'm just going to put some of my fern in place. I'm going to start greening my wreath. So I'm going to put this piece right up in the top. And you see I've left it kind of out so that it's a little bit higher, because you don't want to put it right down on the wreath. You want to kind of have it up, probably I'd say so that the leaf is probably about an inch from the wreath. And I'm going to put the second one down here in the bottom. And I'm going to do that the same way, just like that. And then this one is going to go behind my bow. So I'm just using 3 of these today.
And this is going to be a little bit more of a simple style wreath. I know sometimes, you know, we do all kinds. And
yes.
This one's going to be a little bit more on the simple side.
Yes, we have people ask us all the time to make something, you know, without using so many materials. So we're still going to have, you know, it's hard to make anything with just a handful. So we are going to have some materials, but it's going to be a lot simpler than we usually do.
Well, yeah, because you know what? Simple can be beautiful,
yes,
too.
it can. It surely can.
You don't have to always add tons and tons for it to really stand out.
We do sometimes take requests, so that, you know, if you have a request of something in particular that you'd like to see us make, pop it in the comments. Yeah. You may see it. Okay, now I've got these pretty sunflowers. I love these. So these are going to go on next. And I'm going to actually use this to kind of anchor my bow. So I'm going to put one right here on this side of my bow, just like that. And then the second one, and I've still got the price tag on this one. There we go. The second one is going to be down here in the bottom at the other end of my bow. And if you've got something that's fairly large, you can get by with just using 2 of them, and since these are larger, we're just going to use them just like that. So don't think that you always have to have 3, you know, of every flower. You definitely don't. So we're going to do that, and then we've got our little stems that with our little berries. and pine cones. And these are just little picks that came from Michael's, I believe.
Yeah, and
I think
really,
it was Michael's.
any kind of...
But any little pick.
I like that they have the little mini pine cones on them, so if you could find that, that'd be great. But if not, any kind of little greenery picks.
Yep, so this first one we're going to just put right in here. Going to just like that. And the second one, let's go with this one. Let's see, I'm going to use this one. This second one is going to go right up in the top, almost straight up from the bow.
So I am, y'all might see, I'm struggling over here because I have lost my favorite pair of wire cutters.
Yes, and y'all know we can't work without our favorite wire cutters.
I'm so afraid I threw it in the trash.
Yeah.
You know, they might be gone permanently because I cannot find them anywhere.
I'm kind of concerned about that too.
So I'm a little bit discouraged. So I have to use the not very good ones.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
But it will be all right.
And maybe they'll turn up. You never know.
I hope so. I hope so. But I have looked everywhere with her and I can't find them, so I'm not sure. All right, and this one's going to go right back in here.
Let's see, Robbie said, how's that precious baby, Amanda?
Oh.
She saw the picture. Oh, he is so good. He's at home with his daddy right now.
And he is
so
delightful.
Is just growing. Just growing. I'll have to bring him on here for you guys to see.
Oh, he is at that age now. I got him to chuckle a couple of times the other day, and if that's not the sweetest sound you have ever heard in your life, oh my gosh, I love it. I need to?
No, I am.
Oh, I thought you were saying move that over.
I realized I got mine too far over.
Oh, okay. So now I also have some yellow or gold heather here, so I am going to put that next. I'm saving most of my flowers till last. So this one I'm going to put right up here in the top. Just like that. But it is so hard to believe that he's 4.5 months old already. I said, where did that time go? Oh, we had a light off. Sorry.
I realized we didn't have the light on, so climb under the it's under the table.
It's under the table. There. So that's what I was wondering if she all of a sudden saw her wire cutters under there or something.
I wish.
Yeah. No. But anyway, back to the baby. You know how babies grow so quickly.
Too fast.
Too fast, and he is just such a delight. Alright, so I've put my heather in those spots, and my last piece is going back behind here. So I've got one at the top behind the bow, and the other one's going right in there. Now you see it's already fairly full, and we've used very little. So you could always stop, you know, and just maybe add just a couple of more little things. You know, we're going to add some pumpkins. You could add those, which I think we'll add those next just to show you. So, you know, you don't always have to use a whole lot of stuff. I like to use a whole lot of stuff, and I tend to a lot of times, but you don't have to do that. You can make something really, really pretty that doesn't take that much. So this first little pumpkin is going right in here. And then my next one I'm going to put at the bottom. And now these are from Dollar Tree, And all we have done is, if you've never watched us before, is we've just taken a leftover stem that we had, and we just glue it, stick it right in. These are styrofoam, so the stems stick right in. And that way it saves money. So that one is going to be right in there. Pull it out just a little bit. And my third one is going to go behind my bow. The main thing when you're making them that you want to do is to make sure that you get it all rounded out. As long as you've got it, the shape of it, you can stop at any point in there, but you do want to make sure that you've got your shape going on. Okay, so like I said, we're not stopping there, so we're going to
really good. You could stop right there.
You really could.
I mean,
and it would be just fine. It would be beautiful. So keep that in mind if you need to make something. And you know, if you sell your wreaths, if you have a customer that doesn't want to spend a lot of money, you can still make something really, really pretty that they will love, that doesn't cost a lot to make. So keep that in mind. So now we're going to add some hydrangeas. So I'm going to put this one right up in the top.
Let's see. Like Barbara says, I kind of struggle with the glue. It's either too thick or too thin. I've tried the temperature at right in the middle and on low.
Yeah, I right now, what have I got it on? Right now, mine is on low. And it's a little thick. So I like to keep it between low and medium. I don't usually, now a lot of times if I'm in a hurry to get it melted quick, I'll turn it up to high to start with, but then I always turn it back down to usually between the medium and low. And ours does fine that way.
Yeah. But if you do it too low, it does get really thick. So it's like you have to find just the right temp.
And I know it's
a little trial and error.
Just got to, play with it until you find exactly how you need it to be. But anyway, I put another hydrangea in the bottom. Now I want to go ahead now, and because we always put something, even if you're not spending a lot to make it, you still want something on both sides of your bow. So I'm going to go ahead and put one of my hydrangeas here, just like that. And I'll fluff my bow here in a minute.
Terry, the ribbon is from Hobby Lobby, and yes, Genevieve, this is for a 14-inch grapevine wreath base.
Yes, mine looks a little smaller than that, but it is 14 inches.
Marilyn asked, do you weave the picks into the wreath or straight through it?
No, I weave them in, and that we use our stems long, as you see, for that purpose. We put about 1 inch of glue, and then you want to weave it in. Now, we do it pretty quickly because we've done it so many times, but never put it straight in. If you weave it, that glue not only travels up your stem because you will cut it off on the back, but it also gets on, every little piece of the grapevine that you go through, which helps it to hold better. So yes, you definitely want to do that. Okay, this grapevine, listen to me. This hydrangea I'm going to put behind my bow. Just like that. And then I have one more, so I'm going to put this one also behind my bow. And now these were just little picks from Hobby Lobby, these hydrangeas. And but you can find orange hydrangeas at Walmart. There's, you know, you can just about find them anywhere right now. Okay. So now we've got it. And I love this ribbon because it is just so colorful, and it shines, and it's just got the right amount of shine. Now I've got some more burgundy that I'm going to put in, and I've got some little rosebuds. So I'm going to put my first one right here on the end. And like I said, you can stop at any of these points where we're at. You do not have to add, you know, anything else if you don't want to. And this one is going to go right here, kind of tucked underneath my little pumpkin. Just kind of like that.
Rosie, the name of the glue that we use is Surebonder. That's the glue skillet, as well as these are the mats that we use too. They're silicone mats, and they would keep our table clean.
Yes, plus things don't stick to them. You know, the glue doesn't stick to it, so they're great. I love that. But yes, the glue and the glue skillet. I just recommend, we've tried other glue in our glue skillets, and I've never been happy with them. So I definitely prefer Surebonders. Okay, and this one I'm going to tuck right behind my pumpkin, and that's just to round it out just a little better. And I'm going to put one right up here at the top. I'm going to put my smaller one, I think, right up here at the top.
You could really do this in any color combination that you wanted to.
You definitely could.
You could use, you know, of course, your just traditional fall colors, or you could, you know, use blue and orange, or, you know, mauve and pink, any of the new trendy colors too, if you wanted to.
Yes, you definitely could.
And you just kind of use this same outline here.
And then my last flower, I am going to put right down here in the bottom. So I'm just kind of moving stuff out of the way and pushing it right in just like that. And you definitely, again, you could stop at this point if you wanted to. Now we've got some boxwood that I want to add, because I always love this mixed in with these colors, but there again, you don't have to do that. At any of these points, you could stop and it would be perfectly good.
Yeah, and really you can see how we're building. We kind of started with our base. If you wanted to leave it that, you could, and then we built on that. Make it a little larger, built on that. So really, it's just your own personal preference and style.
It definitely is. So I'm just kind of sprinkling. Ooh, that flew across the floor.
I don't know if y'all can see that, but it really flew.
It did.
That's because I'm not using my good
mark
cutters.
I know.
Hopefully I can find them.
Yes,
if not,
we're gonna have to do something, because she's like me. We've got to have our wire cutters. And I'm literally just kind of sprinkling this in all around. And that's another thing, you can use as much or as little as you want to, or don't have to use it at all. I always like to add some greenery if I've got it to in between the flowers. It kind of breaks up so that you do see the individual flowers.
And you could, if you just have fall leaves, you could use those too.
Use those. You sure could. And I do occasionally like to use fall leaves. I'm partial to other greenery just because that's what I like, but I do occasionally use fall leaves for this, and that would be fine. And you see this hasn't taken very long, and you can see how you can stop it at any point and still have something really pretty. We have people ask us, or I have them a lot, and just, you know, I want to make a wreath, but I just can't spend that much money. Well, this shows that, you know, you can find some flowers at Dollar Tree, places like that, and you can still make something really pretty.
Ooh, let's see. Kim says Michael's right now has everything fall 50% off.
Oh, yay. That is good to know. Some of my boxwood right down here in the bottom. But you see how once we use the boxwood, how it kind of breaks up? And you could do this with any kind of compact greenery. It just kind of breaks up your flowers so that you can see the individual flowers and things. One more piece I'm going to put on the inside of my bow because I don't want to forget that. And there we go. Now you could take your loops out, you know, and have your bow sitting if you wanted to. I kind of like it mixed in. But if you wanted to just make sure you know, you could really see your bow, you could pull that out. I just kind of like for the bow to look like it's part of the whole design. So I kind of push some of my flowers and things in, my greenery in through it.
It's almost like it's growing out.
Yes, I like for it to look like that. So. Just curl your tails if you wanted to, or you can just leave them straight, whatever you wanted to do.
I got one more piece of greenery I need to put somewhere. Let's see.
Did you find a place for it?
I'm looking. I'm not sure. I might put it right down here at the bottom.
But then you'll see that because of the way we put the stems in, you see they're all sticking out of the back, just all over the place. So that's when you're going to take the flat part of your wire cutters, this flat side, and you're going to make sure that's up against your wreath, and you're just going to cut those stems off, just like that. You just want to go through and cut them all off. And then once we do that, we take a blow dryer and just go over it on low. Just go all over it to get any glue that we might have, you know, glue strings or anything like that. And that's it. And that's our simple fall wreath.
Yeah, and I really love the way this turned out. And I mean, you see, it did not take us very long at all to make.
Does not take long, and you can see at each step how you could, you know, if you just have this amount of things, you could make it with just that. and you can just keep building to whatever level you want to stop at.
Yeah, and what I think is really great about this too, this particular design is so versatile because you can use this. You can kind of, you know, use the technique that we did in this, and you can use it for fall wreath, winter wreath, spring, summer.
Definitely.
You just change out your flowers, you know, and your color combinations. But this is a very versatile style wreath, and it looks great on a door. People love it.
Definitely.
And I think it's fun.
And she's right. I mean, you know, you could a different ribbon, and then the green, you know, regular boxwood, and different roses. It would look totally different, but it's the same style.
Yeah.
Very simple.
And this is a great wreath too if you have double doors.
Yes.
But you just want to make sure that you did one on the opposite. You made one on the opposite side. So
that's right.
Up close, you know, together. But you know, and you don't have to do them like that. You don't have to mirror them.
You don't have to mirror them. But I like that look when you've got double doors to have a mirrored. And this is a good style for that. So, there you go.
Oh, well, thank you. Let's see. Cindy said beautiful. Hey,
Aww,
Linda.
Thank you.
Kathy said beautiful wreath. Thank you, Kathy. Marilyn.
Yeah.
Robbie. We're so glad you guys are joining us here.
Yes, we are.
So if you are new to us and this is your first time watching us, welcome. We're so glad to have you here.
Yes, we are.
We are live every Friday at 4 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on our Facebook page, Grace Monroe Homes. So y'all be sure to follow our Facebook page if you're not already.
Yes.
And if you are watching us on YouTube, please click the subscribe button. And also click that little bell so you get notified when we release new videos.
That's right. And you can go to our blog at www.gracemonroehome.com, and we have tons of tutorials there, free tutorials. We've got just all kinds of things. We've got wreath making, we've got other decorating, we've got recipes, just a little of everything.
Yeah, so if this particular wreath is not your cup of tea, you can go over there and
you will find something that is.
Tons and tons more. So go browse all the different things we have on there for you.
That's right.
Well, we thank y'all so much for joining us. Be sure to join us next week here at 4 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time for Flower Friday Live.
We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.